Republican who switched from Democrats call Biden administration the worst in American history. And what I don't understand is how is people still caping for Biden? I really don't get it. Last week I was in the comments and someone on Reddit, I think it was defending Biden and his policies. And I'm like, this can't be real. This gotta be a troll, because if you ask anyone on the street about Biden, and they'll tell you how they feel that he is one of the worst presidents ever. So I don't understand it. I wonder if these people that's caping for him are real, or are these trolls, or people that actually work for the government that's trying to control the narrative. I really don't know. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I'll talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's a link to my socials and my mental health coaching and consultation page. All right, let's talk about this news. MAGA Republican who switched from the Democrats called Biden administration the worst in American history, and thanks to Trump for his endorsement after getting 85%. That's right, 85% of the vote in New Jersey primary. That's crazy. Democrat turned Republican Rep Jeff Van Drew won his New Jersey primary in a landslide, which he said Wednesday was down to the backing of Donald Trump and the Biden administration's historically bad record. Van Drew won with more than 85% of the vote. He switched parties in 2020. I remember because I'm pretty sure I did a video on it on my old YouTube page, but he switched in 2020 and cruised to the Republican nomination on Tuesday night. He credited Biden with helping him to victory, as well as his supporters. Quote, "They believe in my message, which is freedom and hard work and making sure that we obey the rule of law, and that we close our borders, and that we stop the inflation, and that pretty much everything this administration has done, and pretty much everything that the president has done, has been so destructive," he told Fox and Friends. Quote, "Worst president, worst administration in the history, literally, of America, in my opinion." And I agree with his opinion. I mean, I said the same thing. Biden will go down as the worst president ever. I'm thinking of some of the worst presidents we had. I'm thinking, maybe Woodrow Wilson was really bad. Gosh, I strain to think of a worse president, really. But Tuesday was another signpost along the road to the midterms, as analysis poured over the results for clues. Several votes were dominated by questions about crime. Crime is horrible. We know about, George Soros and his prosecutors basically have an open season on crime in these major cities. But a liberal district attorney was ousted in San Francisco, and voters propelled a Republican turned Democrat billionaire running on a more cops on the street ticket into first place in the Los Angeles mayoral race, ahead of a progressive candidate. I don't really know. I don't trust Californians that much. They're probably still going to put another progressive candidate in there. I don't know. But with crime rising in the minds of voters, Democrats who have made criminal justice a central piece of their platform face difficult decisions. President Joe Biden admitted as much himself as he left Washington for California and the Summit of the Americas. Quote, "The voters sent a clear message last night," said Biden. "Both parties have to step up and do something about crime as well as gun violence." Oh, come on. We know it's just one party that's really letting the crime spree prevail. But Republicans see a chance to strike in November midterms as they look to regain control of Congress. And everyone knows it's going to be it's going to be a tsunami, not just a red wave. It's going to be a red tsunami that's going to be coming during the midterms because people are fed up. Van Drew said Democrats had been too soft, releasing repeat offenders to offend again. And it's crazy. You could commit some of the most heinous crimes in some of these Democrat-ran cities, and then they'll let you out the next day. I don't get that at all. Quote, "Number two, what it tells me is that we've got to make sure that you know what we stand for as Republicans is the rule of law, he said, which means that you don't have borders that are closed, that you do have an immigration system that works, that you do make sure that you don't demean or, in any way try to defund or hurt the police. That you really do stand up for what's right and safe and free. It's not complicated. Van Drew calls chaos in South Jersey political scene in his first term as a congressman. He refused to vote for Trump's impeachment and decided to switch parties soon after, pledging to, quote, undying support for Trump, who later endorsed the congressman and held a rally in Van Drew's home Cape May County. Democrats thought they had the perfect challenger to win back the seat in 2020, Amy Kennedy, daughter-in-law of late Ted Kennedy. But Van Drew managed to win over Republicans and hold on to some of his Democrat support. This time around, he said Trump's endorsement had been invaluable. Quote, he's been with me all along. He supported me, said Van Drew. Quote, not only did he endorse me, but he's had me at Mar-a-Lago and in New York, and we have a real friendship. Quote, I believe in what he did in that he actually broke up the swamp, and he told the truth about what really is going on. People want the truth. They want change. I will disagree with him on a little bit. I'm going to push back a little bit on him with Trump breaking up the swamp. I don't think Trump really broke up the swamp, because if he broke up the swamp, January 6th would have never happened. A lot of this legal stuff that's still going on within the DOJ and FBI would not be happening. The swamp is still murky, and it's still snakes in that swamp. So I really don't agree with him too much on that. But quote, they don't want this America. They don't want this America, this dysfunctional America that this administration is creating. And I stand for that we're going to get our America back. We're going to bring America home. And I hope so. That's what I'm pushing for. That's why I'm doing all this, to try to inform people about what's really going on. But let me know what you think. Leave comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. I know I haven't been writing any articles lately. I've been super busy, but starting next week, I'll start posting more news there. But until next time, peace.